again. That red light. We always have a red light. I don't know, I guess red light means stop or danger. It could be yellow. That'd mean it meant, I don't know, wait. Well, I don't want to wait anymore. I want to talk to you, like I always do, about some things that are really getting on my nerves. But I guess before I talk about anything else on my nerves, I want to tell you that it is 6:59 p.m.ish Mountain Time. Thank you very much for watching and listening as I rant. And today, I am going to bust loose on Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yes, the riot headquarters of the United States, possibly the Western world. You got these silly bastards all over Minneapolis doing whatever they want. Hell, in St. Paul, of course, they're invading churches. We'll get into that Don Lemon some other day. I said enough about that Twinkie the other day. So, back to Minneapolis. Anti-ICE terrorists, including Antifa. Remember Antifa? The FBI recently declared them as domestic terrorists. Yet they are running free in Minneapolis. What do you suppose they're doing there? Okay, you're going to love this. Now, first remember, these are the open borders people. That's folks who want to open America to anybody who can get here. And when they're here, they want to shower them with all the blessings we already have, as if we had enough money. But what's happening now is a real affront, and that is that these activists, are planning on setting up 1,000 checkpoint road stops in Minneapolis. You heard me, 1,000. That's 1,000. That's 10 hundreds. That's 100 tens. They want to set up 1,000 roadblocks and checkpoints so they can screen the occupants to see if they're acting on behalf of ICE. That's right. Nazis in the middle of our city as law enforcement tries to do its best, as ICE and marshals and cops are working on the job. These bastards want to hold them up to make sure they're not going to go after some illegal alien. You know, the biggest bitch I hear is, we didn't break any laws, we didn't commit any crimes, but they're arresting us. Hello? You're in America in violation of immigration law. Violating the law. Aren't people who violate the law, by definition, criminals? There you have it. Let's get back to this 1,000 checkpoint shit. Okay, they want to set up, as I said, 1,000 of these. Now, to maintain order, Minnesota governor, that would be Walz, and the mayor, that would be Frey, they need to crack down on this right now. They need to stop and break up every roadblock, every encampment, anything that impedes traffic on foot or on the road or on the rails in Minneapolis, Minnesota. You understand, these people can shut your state down. Down, if you don't do something about this. I swear to God, you need to bust them, prosecute them, and run them through the due process of going to jail for being a frickin' terrorist. Minneapolis scum-suckers, and yes, an undetermined number of imported terrorists. So far we know of 8 busloads coming from states like New York, California, Oregon, all people's republics. They're sending out professional rioters. That's happened before. It's happening now. You understand, this out-of-town muscle is what they're going to need to establish and maintain 1,000 checkpoints across the city. These so-called checkpoints are illegal traffic blockades. And again, they're designed to stop ICE. They're designed to stop activists, by activists, to stop anybody they suspect might be trying to bust an illegal alien, because they're open borders people. They think we shouldn't have borders. The world should just let people land where they do. I know. Does it sound as stupid to you as it does to me? It really does, I swear to God. Well, already masked extremists and imported terrorists, remember Antifa, they've already begun establishing some roadblocks and checkpoints, and they've begun screening motorists in order to determine if they're working with ICE. Guys, this is treason. This is sedition. At the very least, it's illegal blockage of public roadways and footpaths? Isn't it somehow interfering in police duties when they won't let any ICE people through? Does it mean we're going to need to use armored cars and just crash through these bastards' barricades? What are they going to barricade the road with? And how are they going to, in a civil way at all, screen people wanting to drive through? I'll tell you what, you want to screen through, screen me, go ahead, screen me. I've got a big bumper. If you can stop me moving, you can screen me. I don't think so. You worthless bastards are good just to grease the front of my car at 30 miles an hour. I'll pay for the front end job. Well, few details are available right now with anti-ICE forces up and counting and already working, and they expect to have all of this 1,000, if they're right, in place by the end of next week. The problem here is we don't know just how they're going to do this. We don't know how far they're willing to go to enforce these checkpoints. Are they going to be armed? Are they going to have guns? Pepper spray? Fire bombs? Molotov cocktails? How are they going to enforce it? I mean, there's a lot of folks like me. If there's room for the car to pass and the only thing in your way is people and a bicycle, crunch, crunch, beep, beep, boom. Take that for what it's worth. Do you understand that a police force consisting of only 588 uniformed officers demonstrates how underpowered, undermanned, underprotected the citizens of this medium-sized city are? Yeah, they're less than 500,000 people, so they're not a big city. They've got 588 officers, yet the city charter says they need 1,000. They need a minimum of 713 full-time officers. They got 588. They need 713. It's a town that's historically unfriendly to enforcement, especially with this illegal alien crap. So Minneapolis suffers second-class service with a department that is 18% understaffed. That means the Minneapolis police need 125 more officers just to meet the minimum acceptable standard. But then again, I can think of a lot of places, a lot of cities I'd police in before Minneapolis ever came up. Think of Minneapolis as a pint-sized New York or Chicago or a very baby Detroit. That's just about how screwed up these bastards are. Question for you. If governor and mayor refuse to render aid or refuse to prevent these roadblocks, does this make them complicit? Is there an aiding and abetting thing? Does it require more serious charges of sedition or treason? If anybody dies, the bar just went up. If you've got a government on both state level, city level, county level, opposing the federal government, then you've got a serious problem. You've got a revolution. The only answer, as unpopular as it is going to be to have to call in the National Guard from another state, nationalize them, and this would be enough for President Trump to act under the Sedition Act and send in full-time soldiers, Army, Marine Corps, to keep this mess down. I'd like to see how these Antifa bastards work in the face of a Marine with an M4 that is locked and loaded. Throw your firebomb, baby. Let's see what happens.